And 4 million.
All
Right. That's how to do it.
Boom, baby.
Hello, and welcome to the Nightly News.
We're your hosts this evening, Will Carnes and
Andrew Spivey. Without further ado, let's take you on to some cabin inspections.
Look how this has changed. They've had to put, like, what is that, three of those.
Yep. That's because they did not make sure that the door fit the frame. So you wedge a couple more in there, and guess what? You got a good working door. That's what I would have done.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Man. Wow. I'm
pretty-
telling you, these people keep their beds clean.
Pretty clean over here, isn't it?
Hey.
Looks like back here just again a little messy. Is there
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
in there? No, but look how big that sleeping bag is, man. There's the mess.
I'm not seeing any food either.
Yeah, I'm not seeing. Guys, we like it when you have food for us to
Man,
steal.
I smell something. Wow, bugles.
I'm not a big Bugles fan. Who brings the refrigerator?
Empty bag of
usually?
bugles. I wish you could smell this
That is-
smell.
It's horrible.
It's a funky different
And look,
smell.
somebody's not keeping up with their seeds. They're gonna lose faith.
Don't even bring her up, man.
Look at that clothes on the floor. Look, this cabin is a mess. And what's this? You don't. What? Ugh. Who saves their spit bottle? Yeah, but the strange thing is Mr. David's not in his usual acorn cabin.
No, he's not.
And we have yet to figure out where he's staying. Maybe it's in that little hut.
I bet he is. I bet he is. I could almost guarantee that's where he is. He stays over
He
there
stayed in there
that
that
little
other
shed.
winter
Yep.
camp. He stayed in the little
Like
shed,
a
didn't he?
Sasquatch walking in there.
Wait,
Walking up.
what? I think those are his t-shirts.
What in the world?
Mr. David staying in Pineview?
Well, I don't know anybody else who would have this many shirts for just, what, 2-3 days of camp? Yeah. That's...
Well,
Can't be Mr. David.
No, he doesn't wear shirts like that.
No, he wears
only
camp
wears
shirts.
the good.
Almost had me up until
He
this
almost had that. Somebody's trying to be Mr. David with their hooky thingies on their shirts.
one. Yeah, but they almost tricked us. We almost thought it was Mr. David. But we know Mr. David don't wear Van Heusen button-ups like that. Less intense with zero alcohol.
Tell some of that.
Certainly does taste delicious.
It's really boring in here. I don't think we need to film over there. Don't put that on. Oh, look how. Oh man, this is. Boring.
Hey, look, a brush.
Look, here's the. Oh, hey. I still don't have a brush. Hey, there's Steven's stuff.
Boy, that's nice.
That's where Steve sleeps.
It looks very outdoorsy.
Does Rob sleep over there?
Yeah, that's Bob's. This is the shower that Colin Rantham spends an hour
Okay,
in.
so every morning, we have a problem with Colin in the shower. He spends like 40 minutes in there. We can't get him out. And because they have the little locks like this, there's no way to open the door.
Reenactment.
Colin!
Get out of the shower!
Come on!
You've been in there for 2 hours.
We have other people that need showers.
Come on! Are you washing your hair again?
Breakfast started 20 minutes ago.
Come on, we got other people that need showers.
Let's move it.
A couple months back, I was sitting in my dorm room and I learned something. I learned that you take a story, just any story, put a little bit of bagpipe behind it, it suddenly becomes a story of epic proportions. A story that makes you want to go out and fight your worst battles. So I decided to propose my test to you to see if these stories really are as epic as they seem to me. So what better way to do it than to get the best storyteller I know, Carolyn Collins. I now present to you Epic Story Time with Carolyn Collins.
God is not far from every one of us. Because of his love, we live and move and grow. In the time ahead, the tomorrows that are coming, there are days and weeks and months and years and ages. No one knows how many there are, but always and always there is God. In the beginning, God was making the heaven and the earth. God is still the same. God will be the same always. And that's the end of the story.
Wow, that really was pretty epic. I didn't think just a little bit of bagpipes would make that much of a difference.
It really did. And now, for the bigger difference. Extended camp rules with Mitchell and Colin.
So there are some rules that we've already gone through in the rule book, but there are other rules that we need to clarify. We have rule number 1, do what's right. Those are the rules that are in the rule book. Then we have number 2, no excuses. Number 3, don't throw rocks. Number 4, love you. Number 5, cool. Number 6, no complaining. Number 7,
TNT.
Number 8, put some muscle in it. Number 9,
CIT.
Number 10, Satan is a big black dog, aka sin dog. And number 11, boom goes the dynamite.
It's snowing!
It's snowing!
It's snowing!
It's snowing! It's snowing!
And now on to our next segment, how to maintain your mustard seed. See, this weekend, everybody has a mustard seed, and each of you has to take care of your mustard seed. So we're going to go over a few simple rules that will bring the best out of your mustard seed. Rule number 1 is name it. I named mine TNN Press because, well, it makes it look a lot cooler hanging around my neck.
Rule number 2, spit on it. You know, once you get that packet and just open it up, roll your tongue around a little bit, get your good saliva and just right inside it. Boy, they love it.
Right. Number 3, don't lose faith. If your mustard seed isn't getting as big as you want it to, just pull it closer to your heart. It'll warm it up.
Yeah, for example, like, why you got my mustard? See, look, I even named mine Faith. Just so I could stick with the theme, you know? Faith like a mustard seed, so I named her Faith.
That does not say faith on it.
Yeah, it does. I lost faith. Oh, I lost faith.
Don't lose faith. He didn't keep it close to his heart, and look what happened.
Oh, Faith, where are you, darling? I'm coming. Oh, Faith, you were the faithfulest. Oh, I'm looking for you, darling. Where you at, little sweet pea? Sweet mustard. You ain't no pea to me, you mustard. I know it. I love you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I'll find you like 3 lizard tails in the back of a coon swaller's nest. Rule number 4. Don't use it as a projectile. You get that thing lodged in someone's eye, it'll start growing, it'll hurt like the dickens, you know? It'll just kill, it'll just stick right in there and just keep on going, you know? It's just terrible. Oh! Ah! Ah! Ah!
You just use that one over and over again.
Go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now present the Nightingale Heckling Howler.
Okay. Are we recording now? Oh, okay. All right. Fortunately, we do have a little bit of fan mail, which I must say has really been disappointing. We've only gotten 2 questions the whole weekend. Nothing to answer for you guys, so you got to pick it up at summer camp.
Summer camp, you better. I mean,
we like answering funny questions.
40 minimum. You know,
Definitely 40
minimum.
a day. That doesn't mean we'll answer them all, but we like to read them. We like getting mail too. Oh, okay, all right. The first question from Ethan Cron. Where do babies come from? The second question. Nightly news. What do people really think about Clayton Carnes? Well, he's my brother.
What do people really think about Clayton Carnes? You know, it all started one time, back about 4 years ago. There's this man, you see, he lived out in the middle of the woods. Didn't have much of a family, just kind of lived on his own. And one Is that enough?
Have you ever moved a whole truckload of rocks? Because we did, and it was amazing.
I learned I could move a mountain in a day.
I passed rocks and it was pretty fun.
There was a mountain of rocks out back, and it took 100 people and their faith to move this mountain in about approximately 2 hours total time. They moved it 100 feet. That's 12 tons, 24,000 pounds. Without faith, it's impossible to please God.
One of the most amazing things, one of the funniest things, was seeing young people have fun moving rocks. Just at first, it doesn't sound like there's a lot that could be fun with that, but we had a blast.
I mean, once you got there, you're like, oh great, you're just passing rocks. But when you think about it, it is very uplifting and faith experience, example of what faith is, because you have us in this huge pile of rocks, and we actually did it with one day, and it's pretty amazing what your faith can do.
I tell you, we believe that things can happen. We believe it really strongly. We think it, we hope it, we know it, but until we make things happen, nothing gets done.
If we didn't think we could move that, and we didn't have the faith, then we wouldn't have been able to. If we didn't work to achieve that goal, then we wouldn't have made it. So faith without works is dead.
And as we work together, from chaos, lining up, passing rocks, we had singing, laughter, and joy, cooperation, and working together.
We believed it could happen. We got out there and we did it. We got our hands dirty, we had fun, we sang. I beat Christian so bad in the game we made up.
Stephen Russell and me had a rock off, see what songs that we could find that said rock in it, and I got one, and that would be Passing Rocks.
It was a fun experience. It's kind of like we are a mustard seed, and you can show how just a few mustard seeds can move this huge pile of rocks from one place to another, and it's amazing.
We could have believed it, but it wouldn't have happened. We got out there and made it happen, and it was awesome.
It makes your faith bigger. While you're moving those rocks, about halfway through, it's sprouting bigger and bigger and bigger until when you throw that rock and it hits a pile, you've grown to a full mustard tree or whatever it is.
There were so many kids that I would have thought would have never have wanted to get their hands dirty and move big heavy rocks, but they did it.
Faith is something we all need, basically, and that was just a really cool way to express it, and in physical terms, and I thought it was pretty cool. Although we were out there freezing, once you got over that, we were all still fellowshipping and having a fun time together and laughing, and we even started singing at some points. It was just a fun opportunity to spend with our friends.
We have faith that can move mountains, and y'all proven that by working together and moving a mountain, and that is just awesome.
And to see so many of the young people just talking about it and laughing and cutting up and even singing, it was great. It was great.